Hello Cobrats, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. I'm TryclydeTamer. Episode 8 is yet another episode that I have to have a failed take on because of it not wanting to make the video file for it. Link is so angry that he's taking his rage out on this Scorchlight right here. Gotta wait for it to show what's underside, then do the attack at 2s on it. Do the awesome pose, going back and forth on all these steps. I feel like I have a little bit of mucus in my throat. Oh man, I skipped a little bit of stuff having to cross over now that I have multiple monkeys here. How dare I do such things? Anyway, with the amount of monkeys we have, 4, that is, we will be going back this way, because the monkeys want us to go this way. I might have cut off a cutscene off-screen with the failed take of how the monkeys are gonna try to tell me to go this way so they can start doing that. The female one is the leader. You'd think she'd be the last, but she's the first monkey we've been dealing with. Well, there've been other ones, like I'm pretty sure it's a male that had the baby's cradle. Uli's baby. And we got some seed refillings over here. Yeah, I need to get 2 seeds back, but it's not showing any because it's so dried out. But anyway, this is where that supposed boss monkey was. So inside here, we'll be going. If he's even here. See, that's the type of mechanism we need. Hello, butt muncher. Dark outlines on the boomerang. What is this? Smash 4 on 3DS? Not quite. This is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, and we are fighting the first official mini-boss of the game, Ook, the deranged boss monkey that supposedly went funny in the head. Starting off, just gonna wait until he throws his boomerang around, then you can get him all stunned, lag and stuff, so you can stun lock him, even though it's not really a thing in this fight. It's like a multi-phase thing where you just get those couple hits you can. Just gotta let that happen, get him a little bit dizzified, then you can slice him in the buttocks. Gotta get them spin attacks for ultra damage, and plus the jump attacks. I always get those confused for whatever reason. I thought this would be a 3-cycle fight. Uses body slam on that Sudowoodo, and the spinner rack falls off of him. Don't have to jab it again, it just dies on its own. You better run, jump, and climb your way through. I assume things are better with you though, because you just had a little bit of a parasite that you were the host to. How convenient that it's on a pile of leaves. I am the Fairy of Winds who resides in this boomerang. You have freed me from evil, and I now have my true power back. Please, take it with you, use it to aid your quest, and may both my power and my blessing go with you. If you focus power in your boomerang before releasing it, it will unleash the power of wind, aiding you in unforeseen ways. This is quite a fairy boomerang if you ask me. A gale boomerang at least. It houses the Fairy of Winds that sucks things up with its gale force. At least it's not Rivali's gale, even though it's pretty helpful as well. But that's a different game, of course. You just gotta do some locking on and stuff. Hello, Midna. I bet even the monkeys should be satisfied now. Okay, let's continue combing this place. We already found something good, so let's keep searching places we haven't looked yet. I'm scratching my foot while talking for stuff. Alright, I'm gonna rearrange my items. I like boomerang being on R, even though it's kinda weird with the stuff, and put Uku there. Woohoo! So, let's put this into use. You can get the normal thing the way things are. To do things like that. How many things are gonna be said with the word things? I don't know. There's like pots and stuff they can heal with, but there's no need for that. It didn't even take an 1/8 of heart of damage. Then you can do up to 5 lock-ons like that for ultra stuff right there. But this barricade is being oh so obnoxious, so man, you gotta test that thing out. And let's see if I can put out these torches. You should be able to. Just get that locked on. Didn't really make it perfect though, but let's see. Oh yeah, the torches are going out. They were put out for a brief second. It's kind of a more intuitive thing for later on though. But yep, just gotta use it 3 times to get used to it and get out of here. Nothing to do with the torches, but it's just to show that you can do that if you happen to swing your way around. If you're not so observant, you can also pick up the pots if you so desire. And now that we have the item of the dungeon, we will be returning to places we've been before. And these little platforms that glow with the wind are made accessible more easily if you were to do something of that sort. Do that jump attack, and then the finishing blow. This monkey is up here, held by a little bit of silk. Disco ball hanging by a thread that you can't knock down. So, how do we do things? We have to shoot the monkey itself? Why no, it'll just phase through. What we must do is use our newly acquired Gale Boomerang to knock her down. Or him. I don't know if it has a flower or not. I mean, it doesn't have a flower, so it can be assumed to be male, and there's one female in the Congress of Monkeys, as a group of monkeys is called, I believe. Well, I guess there are still some monkeys you haven't freed yet. At this point, you should just save them all and see what you can get for it. Sounds fun to me. And, okay, I'm trying to get back to the way I'm going. Back to reality. Watch out, profanity. Screw gravity. Get out of here. It's like I'm using that as part of the words. No, I wanted to be skillful by doing the stuff. Can I hit the keys along the way? Nope, I'm just going to avoid it very skillfully. Yeah, totally skillful if I were to fall off there. But you can see how things are linking back together. We are back in this annoying room that wasn't as annoying as it should be, or was more annoying than it should be. Hello, Bombling! That was very smart of me to do that. The way you're supposed to do things is not get eaten by a Deku. Like, why did that happen to me? I mean, yeah, because I was being El Stupido. Trying to get my bearings straight on this bearing straight. Stay away from this Deku. Like, don't let it eat me. Yeah. If I was any more frames over, I probably would have been chomped by that thing there. Don't want to be too slow in this episode. Don't know how bad the fail tick was. If I had to do the flashback recording option, I will flash it up on screen, which is something I should start doing instead of just keeping it normal. It seems that flashback recording adds a little bit of extra space to my computer that shouldn't be used up if I'm just going to be casually recording, but if it's messing up, I should still have a chance to go back and do it if it fails with the flashback recording option. But anyway, these tile worms are made much more easily killable with our Gale Boomerang. Do wonderful things. And let's put out these torches along the way as well. Can I do it? Is it happening? Not like I needed to do it. I want you to die because I'm no big fan of you. Poking you all around, doing that spin a jump, spin a check jump, even though it's just a jump, but then it went into spins. To kill you guys, I don't need the hearts out of you because there's an item in this chest behind there that we couldn't get previously. It is a piece of heart, second of 2 here in the Forest Temple. How wonderful. Yeah. I guess right here, I don't think I really need to go back for anything. Let me check my map. I don't need to use my map. I'm going to use not Midna. How are you doing? Still some captured monkeys, I know. I want to use Uku. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, you say you want to go outside. Okay, I'm really overdoing this right here. Well then I'll be right here. Off with you! As I said, I think either in the fail take or in the last episode, I'll only do it for the ooh sound. But yep, we can go right outside to the Pharaoh Woods with Uku Jr. But let's go ahead and use him again. Want to go back to my mama? Yeah, let's go back. You got it, mama, here we come. Let's see what this is all about. I think it's going to put me right back to the start of that same room we were in, the darkness room of water and tile worms. Yep, oh well, maybe saved me the bit of walking that is involved with stuff, but just showing it off makes me use up a little bit more time. Couldn't really think of a way to creatively do it so that I could edit or not edit my way back, because I could just walk back into the temple without using Uku Jr. to go back to Uku. Seen your mother. I've seen your mother before. She's looking like an Uku individual. Anyway, let's not fall down even though I did. This is so infuriating, this game. Why are you back? Well, because I left the temple. Oh yeah, putting out the torches is going to do that. But I don't really need to go that way anyway, so let's bar it off forever. Of course, Boomerang makes fighting a little bit better, even if there's not too much damage to be done. Gotta do the finishing blow to your skull, Chilla. But, as you recall, we knocked down a monkey cage that was held together by super strong silk, so this extra strong silk around here shall be knocked down, or complicatedly than I should be doing it. Give me some rupees, I could just shoot those out, but we have an item in here. How creative that in the same room we have the dungeon map, we go back later with the item to get the compass, a handy tool that will show you where to find objects hidden in the dungeon. Check the map screen to look for them. Oh yeah, look at my shadows swiveling around like that. Well, if it's something useful, or if it isn't something useful, whatever she said. As long as you have that, you should be able to find where the captured monkeys are, right? That is the truth. It is factual. Everything is satisfactual with me. Hello, female monkey, you are friendly-tastic. So, yep, now that we have it, I'm going to look in the map, and we've already pretty much hit all the items around. Just places we haven't been, haven't really been accessible. But going back into this, like, secondary hub room that we visit multiple times, like visible, combining those in a great way. Hello, I'm just gonna do that so I can easily take it down, because I need to get those 3 things recovered. Just locking on will knock the enemies down easily. Is there another skill I think there was in the failed take that? Nope, that's not how it is. Maybe a little bit later on, so I'll try to keep that in mind. At least climbing's not as slow as it is in the original game. I was wanting to see, or interested in knowing. I was about to drop down right there, and it would have fell in the water. But no, I had that extra hunch. See, pattern on the floor, so obviously we make an X going through here. So, we go back by doing that, and then this one, and then this one, because making an X pattern is the way to go, right? I guess not. I'm gonna contend with the norms of society and follow the pattern on the floor, but make an extra endeavor that isn't needed by going there. Just to swoofty swoof things around, add like an accent on top of the Z, for whatever languages use it like that. Maybe to signify that it is Z and not Z. But anyway, this is a very fanciful chest among all the other ones that houses the big key. Use it to gain access to the lair of this dungeon's boss. Okay. So, all that's left to go for now is, I believe, just a normal path. Let's check for sure with my minimap. I was trying to press up and not the rightward direction. Just knock it down like that. You're gonna fall in the water? No, you're not. You seem a lot smaller than usual. So, you fail in 1 hit. Maybe that is a smaller one. Well, didn't really pay too much attention to that. I just like watching it fall into the water. Moving it along. I feel like I have a remnant of food in my mouth. Maybe like seeds from my recently made smoothie. I like making me smoothies with yogurt, banana, orange juice, and mixed fruits or berries, whatever. Maybe not vegetables. Even though V8s aren't bad, even though I never had one. Should be something I could try, but yeah. Seeds of all that stuff. Mixed in the blender. So, we are good on monkeys for now. And we're not good on bokoblins, because I'm no big fan of them. Was that even locked onto him? Seems like it should have been. I feel like, yeah, it's just weirdly doing things. Let's see how this works. Can I get them all riled up and then twist this thing over? So that they come for me and fall to their untimely demise. We could see, is it going to shoot through there or not? I guess not. I'll just leave you to your own devices for now, even though I could shoot you with my slingshot from here. You know what? I gotta get the satisfaction of it. I'm just gonna attract you, after you, make you stay there for a second, and then you're gonna fall down. Haha, you watched your friend die from afar, and you could do nothing about it, or be like, hey friend, don't be stupid. It's like, what? Don't be stupid? Falls off the ledge anyway. Gotta get all this stuff, even though I don't really need to, but rupees are nice to have. Because like, come on, does I have a tattoo? That's odd. But anyway, go into this room, and there are more monkeys, where they're all meeting up. The female one at the bottom, no, like the second tier. You go on tier 4, seems like the other monkey on the other side was a little bit lower. Anyway, I guess in order for us to check the temple out completely, we need the help of the monkeys. Ah well, let's help the rest of them. Sounds like fun to me. Surveying the area, we need to get a key to go to other places. And, well, I think the other room is open, because we just needed the other brain to get through, but there's something to get from here anyway, so how about we just do things like this way. It's a fun thing to try from below, so I can get that little bit of stuff, and do the finishing flute. Can I go back on? Nope. It's not gonna let me. And this is the point where there would be the other guy. Yeah. There's you, and then you, the sneaky one. I am you. No, not you, me. Him? My name is Wee. Weehoo? I don't know. Putting my own spin on a movie that I haven't seen. It's like one of those pish-posh funny movies that everyone likes, but doesn't age too well. I don't know. I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. Rush Hour 3, I believe it is, so there's like other movies of that sort. This is a weird spot. Do I climb the tree and find a small rock that gives me a core rock? Nope. Wrong game again. Even though I've been playing a bit more of this and that game because I just have completion, just need to finish getting the core rocks. And plus, just different types of gear that are mainly through amiibos. But I would like to get them, but the chic amiibo one's kind of hard to come by. Unless it's not as hard to find now. Anyway, we're progressing in Twilight Princess, which I did have the Link amiibo for because the Smash Brothers Link amiibo uses the model from Twilight Princess, you know, the Gale Boomerang as an attack and everything. Alright, get a little bit crafty with how we use these bomblings. We can put it right along that rock right there to do some explosiones. There's another rock behind a bokoblin. Or a bokoblin behind the rock. Which one is it? Different perspectives on life. I don't think it's gonna let me do this. I think it's gonna bring it straight to me regardless. Yeah, it's just gonna whiff it, so you just sniff it and toss the thing in. How far am I on runtime? 18 minutes, okay. Well, 18 minutes on the Audacity, maybe coming up on 17 minutes in the actual thing. Doing my estimations and running into that. Have I cut anything else so far? I don't believe so, aside from before doing my intro, you know? I had to start off at the entrance in the Forest Temple because of the way I had to do things, because originally I would have started immediately where I ended episode 7 with the whole gaze into the abyss thing of funny jokes that I'm explaining. We have some Baba serpents on the ceiling. It's like I didn't even make a note of them against the Ook fight, and I'm pretty sure I called him by name. Yeah, I believe so. Just gotta be careful that those guys don't all pish-posh with you. I mean, as close as they're getting, they probably should be taken down. Am I ever gonna learn my lesson about jump attacking on these guys and getting confused with spin attacks? At least I got it down. So that's the way it is. Down so that I do the calling of jump attacks. I'm really not bringing my points home, am I? Take care of those guys, even though it's not really necessary. I could probably toss bombs into the mouth. Be careful so that it doesn't explode onto you. Is that close enough? I'm sure it is. See how the radius is. If this were Botwoo, I could detonate a remote bomb. How remote that beam is, and it feels like these should be the jars of water that you use to freeze magma lava in Woo-Woo instead of Botwoo. Wind Waker or Woo-Woo. But yep, we get another monkey there, and yeah, wasn't really paying attention or acknowledging too much of what Midna said, but the other monkeys are marked by red marks, as you can see on the minimap at least. More in detail on the normal map. Yep, might as well not edit too much out in this. I remember having a lot of failures getting it out of this previously, so I did have to do this in the fail take. Let's find ways to not be so super duper creative. Maybe just try this, do that, and then do a jump attack on it. If you swing things properly, as proper as you can make it, you can do a jump attack at some point after using the boomerang, and you can do a long jump, so you can pretty much bypass this room. You have to like jump over to the monkey pedestals over there, because they are solid things that you can land on, then you can make your way over there to pretty obvious boss door out that way. So you know what? I'm gonna try. Actually, should I risk it? I'm not gonna risk it. Just to be foolish, I know I would fail because I have no trusting ability in myself to perform the glitch. Not like I'm gonna perform the glitch for playing the game normally anyway. Hello, Boomerang. Trying to be skillful. Yeah, your friend is still dead. No, all my friends are dead. Yeah, it's lucky enough for that. So I'll deal with you face to face. Or slap you with my boomerang. I think there's a way to like make your boomerang look like the sword. Actually, I think it's when you're using horse grass or hot grass. Either of those, you can time things so that you blow on your boomerang rather than the aforementioned piece of grass to call whichever animal. But that's for a different time. Here's some crazy things in this. We see saliva rots dropping down, but it's not saliva rots, it's Skulltula saliva of craziness. What are you, the xenomorph? Come on, Like I was waiting for you to do your thing that I could easily not have to worry about. Feels like that other hit would be able to finish you off. Gotta do the pose after every sculpture, even though I don't think it did. It seems like it was a smaller, big sculpture, not as small as the skull watching us. You are invincible while I do that. Come on, show your belly to me, my friend. Are you gonna contend with the way I tell you to do things? So I can stab you all around like this, yeah. Do that double spin attack and finish with the triple one. But I'm not gonna do the crazy pose. And there's all these rupee pots that I can get. That's 4 lock-ons, and then it's the 5th one. You don't have to do all 5, but you gotta be efficient, you know? Did I pick up that one? I guess not. And nothing is dropping. So someone grabbing Alan. Oh, my dog is barking outside, so that must be it. Apologies if that's a little bit noisy. Anyway, let's continue playing this game. Drop down and ooh, scary sculpture. I must do some stabbing. You're playing the monkey sounds. You are a liar. Just eaten by that, but no. You saw it's up there, so we have to be careful where we land. And yeah, if you go down the wrong hole, you can fall into a deku-like. But I do want to kill it because I like making lively plants shrivel and die, like O'Hare and stuff. And you can get a red rupee out of it. Pretty cool if you ask me. And did I get that 1 red rupee? Yeah, because it's not showing on thing. It's only a 1-floor temple. And the only other chest is one we haven't been to. And it can only be assumed to be a one. Oh yeah, I know exactly what it is. We'll see it once we get there. I thought I had to get the key, but we already had the key. It's like I forgot about it because of how swiftly I'm doing things. Uku, I don't need you anymore. Yeah, this is where I go. Getting confused with the hero mode version or Wii version, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't want to be like my build tape and have to try to be cool doing a spin attack, so I just do a normal spin attack. And the monkey is clipping through me. I am the Linky Monkey, or Monkling, I don't know. Link is a monk. Oh yeah, and I thought I wouldn't climb onto that. Link would just pass right through. So, I believe there's only one more monkey to get, and that's the way through the locked door. Let me check how I am while opening up the store. Coming up on 24 minutes right now on the Audacity. Let's see if I can finish things off in 5 minutes. No big deal if it goes overtime. I just want to keep it with my average, though. Maybe something over 28 minutes, even though I think episode 6 was, because doing all the tiers of light, you know, in this room, just to demonstrate that boomerang makes the tower much easier. So if you didn't go back and get that heart piece in that one room, the more complicated tile worms, you can. These guys causing more trouble because of their weird hitbox flow. Oh yeah, you gotta do a spin attack, but that's finish you off. It doesn't give you the finishing option either. You can't roll under there, you can't climb up this stuff. Man, Breath of the Wild is so much better. But no, this game is still wonderful in itself. Different genres almost, with the whole open world adventure and then the, not exactly linear, but still highly story based, that is, of this game. Plus, you play as a wolf to fulfill your desires. Not any particular desires. Desires I desire to put an end to you, Mr. Spider-Man. Tom Hamlin, more like. Those are movies for me to see. I'm really not too versed in movies. I started Saving Private Ryan like the other night, but I only got like halfway through. So I might finish it tonight while episode 4 renders, because I finished editing it today after a week of being lazy. But I also like playing Splatoon 2 and stuff, because Salmon Run is so great, even though it's on limited times of the day. And on certain days it wasn't available, like yesterday, the 24th. It was my dad's birthday anyway, so I got to spend time with him. I thought I heard the ice cream truck making music. Of course, they couldn't make all the locking mechanisms for the monkeys like the way it was there, where you use the boomerang, because it would be intraversable. But it would be smart on the enemy's part to just hide the boomerang away and have Ook keep it around. Or maybe the spider will die on Ook's head and make him become normal, have to save them and be all helpful with his people and stuff. Well, people monkeys. But anyway, the item that we must collect is an H degree, even though it's the Hylian letter N. H degree, what is this, like the Heisenberg principle, even though it's like an H with the bar or whatever. Whatever technical term is for that. We ain't using any Heisenberg principles here. We're just collecting some monkeys. Moving along. Okay. Losing my stuff. Yeah. Because it's the way with the other watcher, and you climb up to this thing. Get all the rupees I can, even if it's just one, and there's 5 more things for me to hit. A heart that I don't need, unless I did need it. I don't think I did. But anyway, yep, got all those rupees, and probably past 25 minutes now. But let's do the finishing off. That's the last monkey we need, so they can all do the jumpy juice and deuce, or whatever. You go hang down like that. It would probably be better if you were a little bit more to the right to put down the physics, and I could just swivel around, but that's more of a Skyward Sword thing. Oh no, the monkey lost her flower, if that's the proper one. Unless it's part of her body in her skull. Nah, she's like the 3rd or 4th one down. Don't always make her the main one. It's like, this one always has to be the one with the work. Maybe that's the one that stole the cradle. Anyway, we can climb these vines even though there's no rhyme or reason for it. And there's the boss door right there. But something before we do that is a fairy right there. I shall put my lantern oil in the lantern just to top it off, because I don't really use the lantern too much beyond the beginning of the game, aside from the places that actually do require a lantern. Well, not really require, but it's pretty helpful there, at least for collectibles. But anyway, a fairy in a bottle restores your hearts if you fall. 8 hearts either way, I believe. It's not a full heal if you fall, but you can still use it regardless, and this early on in the game is pretty helpful as a failsafe. Let's rearrange my items to something more preferable. Yeah, just slingshot over. Well, I mean, yeah, I want to get it away from the bottle in case I accidentally use it. But next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, we take on the boss of the Forest Temple, and hopefully get what Midna's looking for, maybe find something out about where my friends are. Until next time, don't toast yourself.